But meanwhile, that E-Wiz is just going ham on the King Tower, 700 HP. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Hope you guys are doing as well as I am because I'm in a good mood for no reason. Hope you all are doing well, seriously. You know, I ask you guys this like once a month or so. Any good TV recommendations, let me know in the comments below. I just finished a Ken Burns Civil War documentary. So exciting, I know, thrilling stuff here, guys. And I'm watching on Netflix the new season of Unsolved Mysteries. Also, I saw a really messed up docu-series on I don't even want to talk about it. I think it's called American Murderer. Anyway, guys, check out JupiterKing. Today we're going to go from talking about American Murder to, what else? Royal Giant. Been murdering the arena since 2017. Not fun to make murder jokes at all. Stop doing this. Let's cut this. Editor, cut this entire intro, please. Nope. All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today we're going to take a look at JupiterKing. So JupiterKing is one of the best players in the world, Korean pro player. Dude, he's playing Royal Giant. Surprise, surprise. It's dirty Royal Giant and Barbarian Hut. Oof, both cards in the same deck, eh? But he's not alone. This is the weird thing. Out of the top 20 players right now, top 20 players, time of this recording, which is one day earlier than you guys are watching it, we have 11 players playing Royal Giant. Over 50% of the decks on top 20 ladder are Royal Giant. Does Royal Giant need a nerf? And it's not Royal Giant's fault, per se. We'll start out with one against Anaban, who, by the way, Anaban currently in second place in the world, but we beat him. You know, does it need a nerf? Does the Royal Giant need a nerf? It's weird because it's not the big fella's fault, right? It's actually the Fisherman and Hunter's fault, and the meta has just kind of coincided and suited up very well, or I should say, I don't know, it come together pretty well that the big fella can kind of suit up in a lot of matches, walk away with victories, even though he might sometimes be at a disadvantage. A good Royal Giant player, especially with a deck like this, can really play their way into winning any matchup, right? It's not there are no bad matchups, but you certainly can win anything, right? Especially with the Barpa in there as well. So let's see how Jupiter wins with this, and I really want to give my opinion on Royal Giant really quickly because of I don't think the Fisherman or the Hunter need a nerf. So, I'm gonna say that there should be a small nerf onto Royal Giant. What do you guys think? Let me know. Kill me in the comments, as you always do when I suggest any card to get a nerf, right? And I feel you, I hear you, I hear and I feel your pain. Because when you level a card up, especially a common card, it's really aggravating if it gets a nerf. But this is ridiculous, man. I'm not a proponent of nerfing a card just because it's played a lot. I mean, that's not fair. Hog's played a lot, they never nerf Hog, right? Golem's played a lot, they rarely nerf Golem. But Royal Giant does seem to be in a kind of area of his own, and that's why I think a very, very small nerf to the Royal Giant might be in order, or a buff to a card that counters it. I don't know. You know, Mini P.E.K.K.A's kind of fallen a little bit out of the meta. We're seeing Prince in the meta again, but mostly in Royal Giant decks. There's a new Royal Giant deck going around right now that I saw Ronnie playing on top ladder that had the Prince in it. Mini P.E.K.K.A, Fisherman ironically counters Royal Giant, but still is in all the Royal Giant decks. I don't know, man. Let me know if you can think of a better solution, guys. If anybody has a counter deck, it should be on face value Anaban. I mean, he's got the P.E.K.K.A, he's got the Lumberjack, but, you know, we'll see what happens, right? I'm going to blow it up over here on my end. I'm watching it, like, minimized on my computer. My bad. And there he goes. It's actually not even the Royal Giant that kind of finishes off that tower. It was all the support troops. And Anban did the right thing, and he sacked the tower, trying to get a nice counter push, I guess, going with 20 seconds left in the opposite lane. Here it comes. It's going to be the P.E.K.K.A. balloon push. He needed enough elixir to orchestrate the P.E.K.K.A. balloon freeze. But meanwhile, that E-Wiz is just going ham on the King Tower, 700 HP. We freeze everything, but we're already back to another Mega Minion, and that's it. 3 seconds left. Nothing Anban could do there. A victory for JupiterKing. It's not as easy or simple as saying, oh, they had a P.E.K.K.A. and a Lumberjack, they had matchup, or they, you know, it's actually, again, with a deck like this, it's just not like that. This time we're going to be watching from the perspective of Big Spin. My man, I hear a few of you guys in the comments, aka about 30 of you, say that Big Spin looks like my little brother. I'll throw you the question. Wait, why do I always have to be older? Am I that old? Yes, you are. You are that old, Ash. You're covering a video game made for teenagers. Now, I know there's a lot of old men out there, and women, although I won't name names though. Pro tip, don't name, never say, there's a lot of old women like blah, 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 like good old Kathy over there. Anyway, here we go, guys. Barb Hut versus Barb Hut. Big Spin on the channel. Big Spin, aka my little bro from Germany, was on the channel about 3 days ago. You can see with the big Barbarian Hut on the thumbnail. If you guys want to check that one out, I'll probably link it for you guys too. Talking about this deck and why he likes it so much. And in that video, he said this deck has no bad matchups. But maybe he met his bad match with JupiterKing. And again, keep in mind, we're watching this from the perspective of Big Spin. Man, some really solid replays here from JupiterKing. First Big Spin, and then, or first Anban, and then Big Spin, two of the most feared ladder players out there in the world. And I'll tell you what, JupiterKing again taking that tower down before even the halfway point of this match. Did Big Spin overcommit? It was just a nice counterattack with the Royal Giant, and again, between the Barb Hut and I mean everything in this deck, it's there's not much you can do against it, right? And again, I don't feel like, the weird thing is, like I said before in the Anban replay, I don't feel like it's the RG's fault. I mean, RG doesn't seem like, it's not like way back in the olden days, 2018 and all, where we were like, yeah, Royal Giant, just plop it down mindlessly at the bridge and it's game over. It doesn't feel like that to me anymore, but it's still strong. So that's why I'm confused, you know? Anyway, here we go. Nice poison value for Big Spin, but really with 48, 47 seconds left here, doesn't really have the opportunity to get much going on the defensive end, or on the offensive end, excuse me. And JupiterKing is just stacking Barb Huts in the left-hand lane, and Big Spin says, okay, fine, I'll graveyard you. So here we go. Here comes the graveyard. Fisherman comes down first. How does he defend this? Well, E-Wiz is putting in work. The poison's in cycle, but no elixir to play it, and he just made it look incredibly easy to defend that, right? And Big Spin, now he's on his heels. He has nothing to do. He just goes in with a bar barrel to tank for the E-Wiz, but E-Wiz on the other side of the arena, JupiterKing's E-Wiz says, no thank you, no thank you. And again, just stacking up more Barbarian Huts behind his Princess Towers. Good game comes down from Big Spin. Always the good sport, and there it goes. GG's again. Deck link, as always, will be in the show notes below if you are so bold to play it. All right, so let's do this one. Again, I want to watch one from the perspective of JupiterKing. Not against Royal Giant, man. Not an RG versus RG. Don't do that to me. And we have this one. Okay, Big Pin. Come on, bro. Big Spin. That's not even the guest. Ash, JupiterKing. All right, here we go. It's gonna be Giant Graveyard here, guys, against Lin Jai Kun. Here we go. A little feisty mood tonight. I apologize, guys. I apologize. By the way, guys, looking to do a little bit of the same content, but I'm looking to make more kind of podcasty style videos. So I need you guys to help me. I am not a great player, not a great entertainer, but I do have a lot of creative ideas. But I want your help too, nonetheless, right? I want you guys to give me ideas what would you like us to talk about, right? I'll invite guests, whatever guests you want on, I'll invite them to the channel. But I want things that are actually interesting, not like my very best new card idea for card number 8,000 in the game. You know, that's like, we've been talking about that since 2014, you know? Not really, 2016. But I want something more. I want something better. And the thing is I'm, you know, other than, I still kind of like doing the balance change podcast. So I'll be doing that, but, you know, I mean, geez, if Clan Wars 2 wasn't such a bomb, such a bust, we could talk about strategy in Clan Wars 2, but that's not really something that anybody cares about, is it? So, you know, give me some ideas. Anyway, look at this counterattack here from JupiterKing. Fisherman getting a little bit of damage onto that left-hand tower halfway through this match, and we're setting up with the barb hut. When in doubt, go with the barb hut. And we miss. JupiterKing makes a rare mistake. Hey, shout out to JupiterKing for sharing a replay in which he makes a mistake. Even the best pros in the world can make mistakes. It makes me feel better about my follies in the game. So here we go. We have Baby D in hand, but it looks like we won't need him. Or her. Him. It's a him. It's a Baby D, after all, right? Here we go. It's going to be a Muskie in the back for the opponent. We go with a Giant, or he goes with a Giant as well in the right-hand lane. Here we go. Muskie popping off shots against those barbarians, dead in their tracks. Got to be careful the graveyard in the right. So we want to put a lot of pressure in the left. And here we go with that Royal Giant. The idea here is prevent them from being able to graveyard, right? And we're doing a great job of that. Meanwhile, we have enough elixir for that barb hut. We go with the barb barrel, keeping that E-Wiz alive to finish off the mini P.E.K.K.A. 9:16 remaining on the weak side tower, 30 seconds remaining inside this contest. Musketeer crosses that bridge, slowly marching her way over. She does lock on to the strong side tower, not a big deal. And now we support all these barbarians with an E-Wiz, and then we go opposite lane again with the Royal Giant. Now look at their hand, kind of awkward. They're forced to play a Giant with the graveyard and sack that left tower. Only 7 seconds remaining. We go with the barb barrel. Starmie's coming down. We fireball everything. 2 seconds remaining, not enough time. Nice heads up play to finish that one off by JupiterKing. I'm going to throw it to you guys. I'm going to show you the last match that JupiterKing shared with me, JK. But I'm going to share it in double and triple and quadruple speed because who cares? I'm joking. I absolutely love JupiterKing. But I mean that, you know, this deck is not super. I was going to actually make this a longer video, ask him to play some live matches, myself. And it's really, you know, you can call me lazy if you want to, but you guys know I'm all about putting a 1 hour video out if I feel like it will be entertaining, right? And I have plenty of 1 hour videos, half an hour, 45-minute videos. But this one I'm going to make us, you know, shorter because even though JupiterKing's a boss and one of the best skilled players in the entire world, and I absolutely love this dude, you should support him. Follow him on social media. Check out all the links that I have for him in the show notes below. But with that said, I mean, I don't find Royal Giant that interesting to watch. And I'm not going to subject you guys to that. But if you want victories, try the deck out, right? If you want to annoy your opponents, try the deck out because it's pretty easy. You reload a bunch of barb huts, you use a fisherman to pull the units around the arena, and then you play support troops in the back and you support Royal Giant at the bridge. Boom. It's so easy, even I can explain it. So guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video there. Again, support my guests here on the channel. I really appreciate it. If you want to see, get notified when all my videos go live, turn your bell notifications. I appreciate using support code CWA in the game, even though you won't get notified. But you can follow me on Twitter at CWA or my Facebook group, Clash with Ash Official, if anybody uses Facebook nowadays. You can check me out there. I do post my videos there when they go live. So thank you very much for watching all the way till the end. A huge shout out to Stats Royale, where you can see JupiterKing's stats. Also, Stats Royale has a YouTube channel which has hundreds, thousands of ladder matches, replays, so check that out as well. And a big shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information in the description below. Thank you, and as always, take care, guys.